Hello booktube, hello book friends, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to do a quick video today. Like probably many of you, I've been watching a lot of people's best of 2024 videos, and I've done one of my own. I'll link to it at the end, and that's inspired me to read a few books, and I've been kind of wanting to sort of share what they are with you. There's three that I've picked out that two of them come out consistently in a lot of people's best of videos, and I've kind of had on my radar for a little while. I think probably because they've talked about them during the course of the year, and then there's one which, just because of the pitch of the booktuber concerned, really makes me want to read it. So these aren't in any particular order. I'm just going to do them kind of in the order that I've written them down. And the first of these was the top book in two booktubers video roundups. Two booktubers that I really enjoy watching, really rate their kind of thoughts on books, and a kind of, a lot of what they talk about is kind of in my wheelhouse in terms of books. And that was a book that was mentioned as their top picks by Michael K. Vaughan and Grammaticus. And if you've never watched their channels, I'll put them in the video description, link to them below. Go and watch them, they're brilliant. Really, if you're interested in science fiction, pulp, fantasy, comic books, that kind of general genre, then they're both great channels to watch. And the book was The Anubis Gates by Tim Powers. Now, this is a book I've never heard of before watching their videos, and I remember I think it was Michael K. Vaughan talking about it when he read it at the time, and then he brought it, as I say, up as his number one book of the year, and so did Grammaticus. And I haven't read it. I don't know. I obviously know a little bit about it from listening to their videos, but if two channels that I rate really highly both say this is their number one book of the year, then I think I ought to read it. So what does it say on the back? The Anubis Gates is a yarn, an adventure novel convulsed by change, chases and explosions, a skirmish on a burning ice schooner and swashbuckling in Cairo. It is also an impressively intricate time travel conundrum embossed with classic knotty paradoxes. It is a supernatural thriller, a literary mystery, a horror story. It tops off a catastrophic... Start again. It tops off a Can't speak. Must be Christmas. It tops off a catastrophe of necromancy and ruin with a divine intervention, plotted with a manic fever, executed with exhilarating dexterity at breakneck speed. What's not to like? So yeah, really want to read that. I ordered this on the strength of the two videos just before Christmas, and it turned up before Christmas, which surprised me, given that most things you order before Christmas don't arrive in time. So that's The Anubis Gates. The second book that a lot of people have mentioned, but in particular two booktubers, it's Book Chat with Pat and Nick at Books Are Sick, both rated this as one of their top books, and that is James by Percival Everett. I don't yet have a copy, but I did get a book token for Christmas, so I've ordered myself a copy. Should be here soon. This is it was up for a Booker, didn't win, but it's the telling of the story of Jim Hawkins from The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. So if you've ever read The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, Jim is a slave escapes and spends some time traveling with Huckleberry Finn on a raft on the Mississippi. And this is the story, his story told from his perspective rather than Huck Finn's, as I understand it. But both Book Chat with Pat and Nick at Books Are Sick recommended this book, and it was in their top 10. So as I say, really want to read that, and I've ordered a copy. And I had it on my Christmas list, so I would have had it if someone had got it for me for Christmas. I would have had it, but I thought no, definitely going to buy it anyway. So ordered that, and then the final one, and this is the one that it was just the way the booktuber spoke about the book, and it's just inspired me to read it. I've already got a copy on my Kindle, so I'm going to read that on my Kindle. But this was East of Eden by John Steinbeck, and it was also Nick at Books Are Sick who recommended this in his top 10. And I remember him talking about it earlier in the year when he read it, I think for the first time. And I just the way he's talked about it, the way the book engaged with him, and the way he spoke about it, I thought, no, I've got to read that. And I already had a copy, but on my, as I say, on my Kindle. So I will be getting to that. So those are 3 books that I want to read fairly soon. I think maybe the first 3 books of the new year. I don't know. Although it won't be, because I'm doing. I've also got a buddy read coming up, which I'll talk about separately. But yeah. So what did you get out of all of those top 10 videos that people have done? What books are you excited to read in 2025? Let me know in the comments below. And if you have been, thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you again next time. Take care now. Bye-bye.